Okay, you guys, let's use a little magic to set up the booth, and yay, so cute.
So you guys, in total, we ended up selling, whoa! Hey guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Morgan and I'm the maker behind Ale Crochet. And if you're one of my fabulous returning crochet friends, then hey, welcome back. In today's video, you guys, we are doing our market recap. So if you saw last week's video, my market prep video, you know that I had an in-person market this weekend. It's like the second or third in-person market that I've done so far this year. And it was kind of like a mad dash to prepare everything for it. It was very chaotic, not very demure, not very mindful. I only had one table because I completely sold out at the market before that, but we were able to get everything together and it was all fine and dandy. So we're going to be recapping that market in today's video. There's also going to be a few more shenanigans like during the second half of this video, but we are starting with the market recap. Before we get into it though, be sure that you like this video, subscribe, and of course, as always, you guys can check out my Instagram, my Etsy, and my Palm Street linked in the description. So I have to say, if you're watching this, you're seeing that we have a fully restocked peanut gallery and you're thinking, oh lordy, does that mean that the loaf cats did not sell very well at this market? You guys, I hate to say it, but yes. So spoilers, I did end up selling 2 of the mini loaf cats, but I did not sell a single regular size loaf cat, and I think that they're a little bit upset about it. I don't know that I've ever been to a market where I've not sold a single regular size loaf cat. It was actually very, very strange. So they're in a little bit of a bad mood today. So in order to cheer them up, I told them that they could do this week's special shout out to our level 3 YouTube members. The silver lining to them not being very good sellers at this market is that now we have our fully restocked peanut gallery. And it's totally okay, you guys, because everything that did not sell this week at this market, I'm just going to bring to my next Palm Street market. There's going to be some giveaways. There's going to be some $1 starting bids. You guys do not want to miss it. It's always a super fun time with some special little surprises sprinkled in. Anyway, let's get into our market recap. So you guys, the market was of course this past weekend. It was on Saturday. It was from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., which is kind of a shorter amount of time. It's only 5 hours. Normally I'm used to them being like a lot longer, like 10 to 5 or 9 to 5 or something like that. But I will say, I have to admit, it was pretty nice only going for like that small amount of time, especially given the weather, which I'll talk about in 1 second. We got there at like 8 o'clock because it was a really easy load in. This is a market that I did last year, so I was comfortable with the process and I already had an assigned space as well, so I wasn't really worried about the whole first come first serve thing in terms of like spacing. The booth fee was $40, which really is quite low, and I'm pretty sure either all of the booth fee or a majority of the booth fee went to the local food bank. So that's another reason, like if you guys watched my market prep video last week, I was saying even if I don't sell anything at this market, I'll just look at it like I donated $40 to the food bank. So going into it, it was just really low stress. I was kind of just like at peace with whatever was about to happen, which I think is kind of a nice attitude to have sometimes when you're going to a market, just because they can be so volatile. Like you never really know what's going to happen, and there's so many different things like outside of your control that might affect the results and the turnout and everything. Having that attitude though is easier said than done when you're paying a $40 booth fee versus like a $300 booth fee, which is why I never really do markets like that. I think that they would make me way too nervous. Unfortunately, you guys, the weather was not great, and I think I've earned my badge. So up until this point, I've never been caught in the rain at a market. There was one time that I came incredibly close. We had just finished packing up my booth and then it started pouring, so completely none of my stuff got wet and we just jumped in the car and went, so we got really lucky. But this time we totally got caught in the rain, you guys. Thank goodness for the tent. Because of that, none of my plushies got wet, so that was definitely a bonus. But of course, after it started raining, it was completely dead. No one was walking around, and effectively everybody started packing up early, which was kind of to be expected. And before that, it was incredibly humid. Oh my gosh, you guys, you could like feel the air. There was not a single breeze, but I will say it was not like stiflingly hot, so that also also was kind of nice. So I am going to show you guys some of the footage that I took during the market. I was actually really excited for the amount that I was able to bring to this market. Typically, I like to have 2 tables. This time I only had 1. But anyway, guys, let's take a look at some of the market day footage that I was able to take. So first and foremost, you guys, I wanted to share with you my setup. So this is my banner that I always hang in the background there. And then this is all of my display stuff. I always use this exact same display stuff for every market that I do. I have a keychain display. I have some wooden crates, these tree rounds, a few tiered displays, of course my fruit basket, and then there's also like a pickle jar over there, which is literally just a recycled pretzel container. Okay, let's use a little magic to set up the booth, and yay! So cute. So this is what my booth display ended up looking like. Again, you guys, I am really proud of what I was able to pull together in just a few short days. Originally, I thought that I was going to be able to have an 8-foot table, but when I laid all of my stuff out in my room, I decided that a 6-foot table would probably look better. And I think that that was definitely the right call, because as you can see here, the table looks nice and full. I think if I would have done an 8-foot table, things would have just looked a lot more spread apart and it wouldn't have looked as good. I do think that the booth as a whole looks very nice and colorful as well. So one of the things that I really try to focus on is keeping like a neutral background. So like the tablecloth and all the display items, they're more neutral colors. And then I like for the actual items themselves to be very colorful and vibrant. So just to give you guys a closer look at the setup here, these are all of the keychains that I was able to pull from my in-person vendor slot. We also have the bandanas there that I was able to pull as well. Thankfully, they take up a lot of table space. I did put my Jumbo Spa Pup there in the chicken coop so that he could stand up by himself. I think that he looks very cute there. He got a lot of compliments. And our little chickens look so adorable with him. Then down here, we have all of our cheeky turtles. So I did do 1 jumbo one back there, and then I did 2 each in like the mint and the emerald color. And then one of them has embroidered eyes and the other one has safety eyes. Back there, this is probably one of my favorite parts of my booth. So I did kind of like a rainbow effect with the emotional support dumpster fires and the octos on the tiered displays in the back. And I think that they just add so much color to the booth. They're very cute. Up front here, you guys will see these cappies stole the show. They look so adorable. Everybody loved them so much. They are front and center and ready to, you know, give the loaf cats a little bit of a run for their money. We also have the mini loaf cats over here looking very adorable as well. I really like all these colors as well. These are some of my favorite colors to make the mini loaf cats in. They are usually the best sellers, so we will see if that continues. Back here, we brought some pumpkins. I did not expect any of these to sell. These are from last Halloween. I literally just brought them to fill out some space. And they also look pretty cute next to the fruit basket. So I did not have time to make any blueberries. So today I only have oranges in the fruit basket. Then finally over here on top of this crate, I did bring for the very first time my mini Cowboy Rex. He looks so adorable up there with his lasso. He did get a bunch of compliments. We also have 2 succulents that I was able to pull from the marketplace as well, which was really nice. It also kind of helped like fill out the booth. I also really like the look of having, you know, crocheted plants at the booth as well. So I thought that they just added a nice pop of color. And then finally, we have our Cornelius. Again, the first time I've ever had a Cornelius. He got so much attention, you guys. Everybody loved him so much. We also have all of our loaf cats here. They always fit perfectly in that crate. I think that my angry loaf cat might be a little bit upset that he's on the bottom row there, but hopefully he'll be okay with it. And then finally, like I was telling you guys, I have this one lonesome pickle there in our little pickle jar. You can see his little face in there. He's so cute. And that is everything that I was able to bring. And just to give you guys also another look, so this is what the actual market itself looked like. So at this point in time, it is currently about 9 o'clock. So the market is about to start, and periodically I'll give you guys check-ins to let you know how it's going. So it's currently 10:12, so a little over an hour into the market, and we've sold a few things. So we did sell one capybara. The other one, like I told you guys,
I gave to the booth where they were doing the fundraiser. So we gave that one away, and then we did sell the other one. And then you guys, I was so shocked by this. The toffee pumpkin sold, which I was totally not expecting. Like I told you guys before, I just brought them to kind of fill out the booth, but I guess that just goes to show you, you never know. The person who got it loves Halloween, and she said that this time of year she already thinks about like her Halloween decorations, so it was perfect. It is currently 10:58, so about another hour later, and we did sell the other two capybaras. So you guys, the capybaras completely sold out. They were such a hit. So after that, I just had like this empty table round right in the middle, so I decided to move some of the mini loaf cats over to kind of like spread things out a little bit. But I definitely made a mental note, you guys. I need to make more capybaras for my next in-person market because everybody loved them so much. At 12:02, this is what the booth was looking like. We did make a few more sales. So I know that we sold one of the mini loaf cats. So the all orange one we ended up selling because somebody said that it reminded them of their friend's cat. We did also sell one of the mint green popping mushroom keychains, and then we sold the hot pink emotional support dumpster fire, which was very cool. Around this time though, you guys, the clouds really started rolling in, and I think things really started to drop off. Like not that many people were walking through at this point because the rain was definitely coming very soon.
Yeah, look at that.
So at this point it was about like 1:10, and as you just heard, yes, I did make my last sale kind of in the pouring rain. You can probably hear the rain in the background of this video. Somebody came up and they wanted my other like orange speckled mini loaf cat, so that was really unexpected. But this is the final look at the booth. You can hear the rain in the background. Fortunately, there was not a lot of wind. The tent covered us very well and none of the plushies got wet.
So anyway, guys, to recap everything that's sold at this market, I do have my little cheat sheet right here. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So we did sell out of the capybaras. We sold all of those, which I was really excited about. This is the first time that I've ever brought the capybaras to an in-person market, and people were completely obsessed with them. So if you guys are prepping for your own market, highly recommend this pattern. It's by Lilac Moon Crochet. Of course, I will link all of the patterns in the description below for you guys. So I started with 4 capybaras, but I ended up giving one of them to the fundraiser that they were doing. So they were raising like more money for the food bank, and basically you could pay money to spin this wheel, and then like my capybara was one of the prizes that you could win for that. And then we also sold 2 out of the 5 mini loaf cats. So I'm pretty sure we sold the 2 orange variations that I had. So the darker orange speckled loaf cat, and then the kind of like variegated orange one that I made using the Bernat mystical yarn. So even though the larger loaf cats did not have very much luck at this market, at least the mini ones did. Then we also sold 2 out of the 5 dumpster fires, the emotional support dumpster fires. These were pretty popular. People kept noticing them. For those, we did end up selling the hot pink variation and then the blue one as well. Those, I guess, were like the 2 most popular colors. Everybody can relate to an emotional support dumpster fire in some aspect. Something that did surprise me. So I've had these popping mushrooms. They're by Cable and Canvas. I've had them for a very long time. I feel like for me, keychains are not usually like a very good seller. I feel like a lot of people don't really notice them as much in comparison to like all of the other items on the table, but I did sell out of the last 2 popping mushrooms that I had. They were both in that like mint color. It's kind of funny how something like that happens. And then you guys, this last sale was so hilarious. Like I really did not expect for it to sell at all. I brought the pumpkins to this market just to like fill out the space. They're actually from last Halloween. I did not expect them to sell at all because of course it's July, but I do know there are a lot of people saying that right now is like Summerween or something like that. Like people get really hype about Halloween and they start like prepping for it months and months in advance. And even if you go to Michael's right now, they do have all of their Halloween stuff out. So maybe I should consider having more Halloween stuff. But anyway, I did sell the like toffee colored pumpkin that I had there, which was really, really surprising to me. So you guys, in total, we ended up selling $116 worth of items. If we subtract $40 for the booth fee, that leaves us with $76 for the day, which you guys, I will take it. I'm happy with it. Like, given the turnout, so I think I forgot to mention, I did do this market last year. The turnout last year was so much better than this year. It was like noticeably different, and I was actually right next to the booth of the people who were running the event with all of like the fundraisers and everything, and they were commenting about how much smaller the turnout was for this market. So I was like, oh, okay, it's not just me. Also, we were not there the full time. I think we started packing up at like 1 or not my husband sending me listings when we literally just bought a house. He does that sometimes. He'll just send me like random listings for houses. Like that one is $2 million. Okay, I did silence my computer, so I don't think we should hear any more dings. But anyway, I think we started packing up at like 1 or 1:15, so it was cut even shorter in that aspect. And again, the weather just not great. That could have been one reason that people didn't come out, is they knew it was going to rain, so they didn't want to get caught in the rain. They didn't want to bother making the trip out if they knew they were going to get rained on, so totally get it. And then on top of all of that, you guys, it was an event for charity, so no matter what we did, it was a win. Plus, we met a lot of fun people in the community, and you guys, I saw so many cute dogs, like literally one right after the next. I just kept seeing all these dogs, so I was thoroughly entertained the whole time. And I know normally when I do like the final calculation, I'll usually include like the selling fees or the transaction fees. You guys, I have absolutely zero transaction fees for this market because every single person paid in cash. This has never happened to me before. At least one person or two always pay with a credit card. This time everybody had cash. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now? I do think that one of my favorite quotes of the day was, there was this little girl that walked by and she took one look at my rainbow loaf cat. By the way, you guys, somebody asked for a rainbow loaf cat with a cowboy hat, so I went ahead and used that loaf cat for this order, and I just added the little cowboy hat to the top of it. This is the pattern for my mini Cowboy Rex, which is going to be coming out soon. But how adorable does he look? I'm completely obsessed with it. But anyway, this little girl was walking by and she was like, why is there a rainbow dog? So yes, you guys, that is the full recap of my second/third in-person market of the year. The next one is August 23rd, I believe. It's going to be like a luau Hawaiian themed one, which is kind of fun. I've never really done anything like that before, so that'll definitely be like a fun recap and experience to share with you guys. I am going to try my best to market prep for that in advance, but you guys know me and how everything tends to happen at the last minute, so we will see. But you guys, I thought for the rest of this video we could maybe get into like a little bit more shenanigans perhaps. So I do have some mail that's been piling up a little bit, so I thought we could open some of that together. It's been coming in through my PO box, so I thought that would be fun. Also, I am so excited to finally share with you guys and to finally use my new camera. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I got a new camera. Guys, this entire time, so I think I've been on YouTube for like a little over a year at this point. I have been filming from my phone. You guys are on my phone right now. It's not even like a new iPhone. I think it's an iPhone 7. But honestly, I think that the quality is like not bad, and you know, I just kind of started filming videos in my room, and for the time being, it definitely served its purpose. But now that we've been getting a lot more into filming here on YouTube, doing more lives and things like that, I really wanted to invest in some equipment that would give us higher quality videos, especially when I'm showing you guys stuff and I'm like holding it close up and then it does not focus and it just looks all blurry and weird. For this new camera, it will actually focus and I'm really excited for it. So I got the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo. I was totally influenced to buy this by, so I follow this guy on YouTube. His name is The Drone Creative, and he basically makes like a bunch of these tech review videos, which I find very interesting. Like he's kind of more into making like cinematic type videos, but he was showing off this one and like how to use it and all the pros and cons of using it. And I had decided to get this one. I ended up watching videos for like an entire month trying to figure out what camera I wanted, just because it is a pretty big investment and I wanted to make sure I was getting the camera that would like serve me the best and be really good quality. So ultimately the things that sold me on this one are the fact that like you can flip it up and it'll film in vertical mode, and then if you flip it to the side it will film horizontally, so I can use it for long form YouTube videos, and then I can also use it for reels on Instagram and shorts on YouTube. So I thought that that was really awesome. It's kind of like a 2-in-1. The other thing that's really cool about it is I was looking at all the videos and the quality is pretty spectacular, so I'm really excited to give it a try. I have not turned it on yet. I actually received it like 5 days ago, and I was gonna start using it during last week's video when we were doing the market prep, until I realized, so of course I have never purchased a camera in my life. I've only ever used my phone camera for pretty much everything. So silly me, I did not realize that when you get a camera it doesn't come with a memory card. So I got this camera, I was watching the video on how to like set it up, and then it got to the part where it was like, all right, and insert your memory card, and I was like, cool beans, and I was looking through and I realized there was no memory card. So I then had to place another order for a memory card. So we have a memory card right here. I'm gonna take just a few minutes to like watch the video again and get myself familiar with how the camera works and everything, and then I'll film a little bit of it for you guys, and then we'll fully switch over to using this camera. Yee! I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think we're doing it. So I just spent the last few minutes like taking it out, putting the memory card in, trying to figure out like some of the more basic controls. There's still a lot that I really don't know about this camera, but one thing that I do think is, oh wait, no, hold on. I think I have to go here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that, you guys? What in the world? Okay, so like depending on the mode that you have it set on, it will like track you and it'll move along with you. Whoa! Oh my gosh, I feel so fancy. Okay, I also have it like on my phone right now. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything okay, but I think like in terms of quality, like if I bring my hand up really close. Oh wait, hold on. I think I need to turn this mode off. There's still a lot that I need to learn about this camera, you guys. Okay, now I think if I bring my, wow, it zooms into my fingers. Don't mind them though. They don't look very good right now. But for example, if I showed you guys my adorable little fuzzy weighted booty bee, oh my gosh, it's focusing on it. How crazy is that? Okay, so now the thing is going to be though, when we cut to the sassy interjections of the peanut gallery, will they be in focus? Maybe not. Huh. Well, you guys, this is definitely going to be like a learning curve. We'll have to figure this out as we go, but I am incredibly excited. This is like a huge step forward for me in my like whole content creation thing. And there's so many like fun things that we can do with this camera in terms of like actually vlogging out in the world. For a while now, I've wanted to like crochet with you guys like on the beach and stuff like that, but I felt like with just my phone it would be kind of weird. But maybe now with this we can do more like traditional vlog type videos. Oh my gosh, I'm still holding my fuzzy weighted bee, but I'm so excited. And I'm also wondering, so you guys know I do a lot of like vertical, oh my gosh, I just realized I haven't been looking at the camera. I'm so used to the camera being down here like on the left side of the frame. I have to look up here now because this is where the camera is. Oh, my mind is so blown right now. It's also fun being able to see kind of what it looks like on my phone here, so maybe I'll kind of put that down there so I can make sure everything is in frame as it should be. But as I was saying, there's still going to be like a huge learning curve with getting familiar with this camera, all the different features, figuring out how to do like the settings with the exposure and everything like that. I wonder if right now it is too bright On the screen right now, it looks insanely bright, but on my phone, it actually looks normal. So hopefully the normal is how it will look when we actually bring it up. But yeah, you guys, holy cow, look at this new camera. I'm so excited. Okay, so now that that is all done and set up, why don't we go ahead and open some of the packages that I have received in my PO box. Let's open some of this stuff. So this first one is from Coo. Oh my gosh, you guys, you know, one of my strong suits is definitely opening boxes. Just kidding. I'm so bad at it. This is a really nice size box though. I feel like I can definitely use it and like recycle it for one of my orders. So I'm trying to be very nice to it. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Look at that, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, read the card first. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so KLM Crafts has sent me some sinker eyes. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of them. Let's see what's inside. And okay, look at that packaging. Wait, if I bring it closer, is it focusing? I think it's focusing. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, what? You did not have to send me all of these. Oh my gosh. You guys, okay, wait, let's undo all of these, but can we just take a second to appreciate how nice this packaging looks? I mean, look at that. Okay, let's open up this one. Another cool thing about this camera is it does come with this little microphone, so maybe at some point we'll use that, but for right now, we're just keeping it simple since we're doing this like randomly in the middle of a video. Oh my gosh, KLM, these are gorgeous. You guys, okay, I think it'll focus. That is so gorgeous, you guys. Oh my gosh. So it looks like at the top here, we've got some like cream colored sparkly ones, some blue and green ones, and then, oh my gosh, I love these ones down here. They're kind of like a rainbow color. Now that I have a nice camera, I feel like I need to like get my nails done now because you guys can see how awful these are like in HD. Of course, I will link KLM Crafts Instagram, Etsy in the description below. You guys go support them. These eyes are so gorgeous. So that's the first one, and it looks like all of the backings come separately in this pack here. So I'll be sure to keep all of this organized together so I know where those are. Let's open up the next one. It looks like they might have fallen out a little bit. That's okay. I honestly feel like today is Christmas between opening my new camera and opening all of these goodies. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. So the purple and the blue ones on the top and the bottom are mostly the same color, but like these two in the middle. So you can kind of see like on the outward side, it's a little more of a white color. And then as you go inward, it kind of changes colors a little bit. Very cool. Honestly, some of these are so beautiful. It might actually like inspire my next pattern that I'm going to do, like based off of the eyes. Okay, and so these last two, they are in their own packages, so it looks like these come separately if you get these. So these look like they're like super duper custom. So if we zoom in there, that is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. So these have that little like circular kind of detail on them. I feel like this would look really cute for like a fish or something like that. And then finally, the last set that we have here, these are probably like another specialty kind. Yes, they are. Oh my gosh, the little dots on there are so pretty. You guys, I'll pop the handle on the screen, and of course, as I said, link is in the description. KLM Crafts, you guys go follow them, go get some of their safety eyes. They are gorgeous. The quality is amazing, and thank you so much for sending these to me. Whenever I use these, I'll be sure to tag you on Instagram in all of the creations. All right, the next one we've got in here is a relatively large poly mailer. Oh my goodness, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, so this is from Cheryl, and they actually sent me a granny square. I keep looking there. Again, you guys, I'm gonna have to get used to looking up here. So if you guys don't know, a few months ago at this point, I did do the community granny square tapestry project back here. Actually, let me see if I can give you guys a closer look using my new camera. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that. What? The gimbal is moving itself, so we'll have to see how this turns out. But this is one of the gorgeous community tapestry projects that we did. This is the largest one, so these were all of the submissions. We also also had enough to do this one over here. So fun. Like the hot dog pups and the ones with the loaf cats. Absolutely adorable. And then finally, the ones that came in a little bit larger went over here. This is what the community, I guess, wall looks like all together. We've got our Squishmallows up here and a few more fun projects that I purchased from some other creators in our community. So I think that just means that this one maybe got delayed in the mail a little bit, but look at how pretty it is. That detailing, the stitches, they are adorable. I know at some point we're gonna try to do like another community project together, so I will go ahead and save this for that. For now, maybe I'll kind of put it on display back here. Maybe we can put it like right behind this little octo here. That way it can still be a part of the community wall. Cheryl, it is so pretty. Thank you so much for sending that to me. Normally whenever I get notifications on my phone, it's not a problem because I'm usually filming with my phone, so you guys never hear it anyway, but now I'm realizing I need to turn my phone on silent mode now whenever I'm recording. This next one here is from Alyssa Smith. Let's open this one, and I know that this one is also a granny square. I know there were some people who were like, I know the call is already over because I had already like finished the tapestry completely, but they still wanted to send them in, of course, and like I said, we're gonna try to do another project in the future. Look at that packaging, so cute. Let's open it together. Oh, they're so colorful. Okay, so it looks like there's two in here. The first one is this little purple one, and then the second one, you guys, is honestly iconic. It's a little ladybug granny square, and you can actually flip the wings up and down, so it has that little 3D effect to it. Alyssa, thank you so much for sending this in. Again, I'm gonna put it next to Cheryl, so that way when we do our next project, I can kind of incorporate those all into that. We're gonna put it back there on that shelf with all of our other little creations that we've received from people. Oh, this is so crazy now though. When I'm like walking, it's gonna follow me around. You guys, I seriously have no idea what I'm doing. This next one, I'm actually not sure what this one is, so let's open it. I actually think it might be another granny square. Okay, yeah, it is another granny square. So this one is from August. Oh my gosh, that is such a sweet letter. Thank you so much. And you guys, here is the granny square. It's a little bunny. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I just put it back there next to the ladybug. August, thank you so much. It is so beautiful, and thank you for the note as well. So you guys, I think that wraps it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming along as we recapped my in-person market. We opened up my new camera. Like I said, I really need to learn how to use this thing. There's so many features that I'm sure you can utilize with this. So I'm really excited to make content with this new camera. I was excited that I was able to kind of invest back into my business, but it's because of you guys that I was able to do that. So thank you so much. And also thank you for being here while we unbox some fun stuff. In next week's video, what are we doing in next week's video? I feel like I'm filming like a few weeks out now, so I need to look at my schedule. Yes, of course. I think that next week's video is going to be another market prep / results video. For that video, now that I have like my own dedicated camera, I'm gonna try to like film actually aspects of me doing that live market so that we'll have that footage, and then maybe I can overlay some of the footage from the live. I thought that would be kind of fun. I've been trying to think of like different ways that we could do those types of videos. As always, you guys, if you were crocheting while watching this video, let all of us know what you're making in the comments, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!